Welcome to Your Known Unknown, where Source and I will help to shed light on what's unknown to you. I hope you're having a good day today, a good week. We're in a little bit of a different setting today. Sorry about all the beeps, clicks, ticks, and noises, but we're gonna do what we can do. I'm going to pull some cards to see what wants to come through for you today, for us collectively. What we need to know, need to see, need to hear, need to feel. So without further ado, let's get to it. Let's into it. Let's pull some cards for us. Show me what we need to see here for today. First card up. So it was on the bottom of the deck when I opened up the cards, and I was like, ooh, vibrant, and I started shuffling. The first card to pop up, we have the Death card. What is it that we are moving through? What is it that is showing us light in the darkness? What is it that's showing us the darkness now for the light to come through soon? Next. This is how we're feeling today. This is our stock moon energy, we'll say. This energy here today is what wants to come through. Oh my God. Okay. How we feel today. Death card. Maybe a little heavy. Maybe we're kind of like, is this what growing up's like? Yeah, it is. Spirit wants us to try to focus on the energies of 10 of Cups. All right, and it was reversed, meaning, hey, your life of well-being is showing up. You are attuned with the energy. It's just the third dimension, this reality, takes a little bit of time to catch up. So by the time it's caught up with you, you want to still maintain that mentality. You want to still maintain that well-being, that abundance. And that means that you need to have patience and a little discipline and a little steadfastness within that to allow the energy, when it is presented, for you to recognize it. So right now we're recognizing Death card. We're trying to cut out things. We're trying to change patterns, change routines, change habits, change self, ego, I should say, change ego. We all have ego, we all have higher self. We all have left, we all have right. We all have up, we all have down. We all have within, we all have without, right? And so we all have ego, we all have self. Where are you at? We want to walk the middle path. I do. I understand that the left-hand path is an extreme one way and the right-hand path is an extreme the other way. There's no right or wrong with any of this, but the middle way, that's a tough one. That is a tough path created for only a few specific souls to be able to walk through and accomplish the mission within that. And as far as ego goes, as far as the things that keep you maintained within your comfort level, right? Ego. As far as more surface level representations go, ego would be all the things here in front of us that we like. My super sweet dirty chai coffee, nicotine, social media. I like procrastinating and clearing my mind by driving my car around. That's egoic. No shame in that. So what the Death card really wants to be expressing, it's not, hey, maybe you are literally just cutting shit out of your life. You're like, screw this, I'm sick of it, and we're going to the 10 of Cups, even though I don't know what that means. But like, maybe you're like me, where you've done those drastic measures, and what you see is success. But holy shit, was it hard. So we're trying to go a little easier. We like the balance. Yeah, you're cutting out things that are keeping you in this level that you've advanced to now, but you're ready for the next. Okay? And how we do that comfortably and untraumatically to ourselves is we do it step by step. Turtle always wins the race. And you can start with one thing at a time, like James Clear, that book Atomic Habits, life-changing book. 1% progress all the time adds up to what? And I thought about it too, and I took that shit real literal for a while. And I was like, if I change 1% of myself, progress 1% of myself daily, that means in 1,000 days, you're 1,000% better than you were prior. That's kind of a cool outlook, especially if you have the integrity, discipline, and patience to try to do that. For me, a lot of that progress at 1% was cultivating the integrity, the discipline, and the patience. And it took years. I'm still always practicing on it because it's a practice. And that's what has to be understood. Try to find some solace and passion in the course of self-development, you know. Try to find pride, try to find self. We are our egos. We want to understand self, and then we want to be able to compare our ego and ourself, and you as the conscious co-creator, the one that observes the I am in the sentence, let alone the physical experiencer of this reality, you then get to choose the best of both worlds to create your best reality, which to you then would be your own 10 of Cups, your own 10 of Pentacles, your own 10 of Wands, your own 10 of Swords, you know, in the righteous sense. How we're achieving this is the Magician popping up. I mean, if there isn't really a better expressive card to explain the direct efforts you're taking to cultivate this kind of awareness, the Magician would be it. Other cards that would be great for it: Hierophant, Magician, I could say the Star card, we could say the Sun card for sure, but that would just be too positive, because you need the downs with the ups. You need to experience these things. For me right now, I have a sunburn on my back. First one of the year. First one in the last few years, actually, like a real good sunburn. And I'm like, man, it hurts, but it makes me feel alive. It makes me remember yesterday. It forces me to remember yesterday. And then tomorrow, it will force me to remember the last 2 days and reflect and revise. And it just gives you self-validation of how in just 3 days, how far you've come. Let alone in the last week, let alone the last month, let alone the last lifetime that you've been here, learning, growing, disciplining, having problems, learning from those problems, growing up, maturing, etc., etc. Your body matures, your awareness grows more wisdom and perception, and if you integrate them, solidarity, and within that, your mentality can stay as young and vibrant as you want it to be, as you allow it to be, as you create it to be. You're the only one getting old. The Death card popped back up as supportive energy. In this sense, the Death card reverse. Dude, this is amazing. how we're talking about the middle path, left path. We have the Death card with the Magician. Right path, we have the Ten of Cups with the Death card reversed. So you're really understanding how emotional energy is the alchemical teachings of Hermes, and how emotions create nervous system synergies and that project into your perceptual reality. You're understanding that you are the fucking magician in your reality, but at the same time, you're limiting the amount of aha moments and haha moments, because so much haha you understand karmatically, or as far as the pendulum of life goes, soon enough, boo-hoo. For every high you have, you do experience a low, and you're navigating that, and have been for a while, to where it actually stays pretty friggin' balanced. That's good. That's a lot of self-awareness practice, self-development. No matter what anybody says, no one else is in your own mind. No one else is in your own heart. No one else is in your own gut experiencing life from your nervous system. It is your simulation, yours alone. And the more alone you are, the brighter and more personal your reality becomes. So, like, if there's things in life that suck, no shame in finding solitude, just so you can cultivate and gather a bigger sense of self. We don't go find ourselves with distractions. We don't go find ourselves with pain and problems. Those are experiences that we reflect on, and we learn how to not let those happen again to us by learning boundaries, by learning our feelings, by learning what moves us and what pushes us away, what we do or don't like, by growing our own opinions. And how we grow our own opinions, well, you got to try something out to see if you like it or not, and have a real honest opinion. Otherwise, if somebody says, I don't like it, and then you're like, I don't like it too, well, whose simulation are you living in? Because from what that statement says, you completely ex-nayed your own self-awareness and just want to leech onto somebody else's. I've been there. I've done that. And it gets you nowhere happy. Wow. I can't believe the balance that just came out through these cards. I'll pull one more general card. Let us walk away with something powerful. Let us see what it is we're supposed to see, Spirit. We have the Emperor and the Nine of Swords reversed. That just popped out. Supported by the Hermit energy. So what we are sitting as is, we understand that the reflections, the memories, are there for a reason. They've made you stronger. They've sat you in your power, and they've made you who you are. So feel grateful for them. Our goal is to not create any more like that, negative memories. But again, other people, other simulation, they can affect us. They can cause us emotions without our agreeance. And you have to get over those. Learn to forgive. Cultivate a sense of pride. Find more self-confidence. Find more self-purpose. More self-passion. Find more self. Whatever that means to you. Really, there's only a few major focuses in life. You know, you have career, you have relationships, you have health. Career, finance, relationships, health, as the main external driving forces that give us purpose. What else would there be? Really, I guess hobby, passion, but that should fall under a career. You should be doing, and I'm going to say should, a toxic should. You should be doing what fuels your own fire. You shouldn't be going to a 9 to 5 that creates somebody else's dream and you're just like wasting your time. Not your life, your time. And your time is your life. Your time is the measurement of opportunity that you have left within this experience, you know? But what are you doing with time? For me, I'm trading my time so I can get bigger, better, more stuff, things. More value. That's how I decided to view it. I'm not trading my time for I used to be like, God, I barely make anything and I work my ass off. And you change that mindset, literally, that core belief. You change that core belief, that script, that program into, wait, I'm trading my time for money. And that takes so long to do, to really like actually believe that, okay, I'm trading my time for money. And then you have a boom moment, a aha moment, and you're like, wait, I'm really just theoretically a conduit for the currency to flow through. And I'm really just accepting currently myself to exchange my time for this current that will bring me more. That is perfectly meant for me. 16:16 on the clock when I said that. Perfectly for me. Perfectly for you. Perfectly for self. Perfectly from you. For you, by you, with you, all of the above. So, that's a really powerful message, especially this day right now, how things are for me today. We have the Hermit reverse. So, there's this balance that you're alchemizing that's perfectly for you. Whatever you're doing is spot on. Don't quit now. And keep trying. Keep accepting yourself too. The more you accept yourself, the more you don't hang on to the negativity. And same with positivity too. But it cultivates more positivity. It's fun. It's because it's like acceptance and forgiveness of self helps you and allows you to not allow the past memories to trigger your current emotional and nervous system state. And in return, it only pumps out goodness. It only pumps out goodness. So it's like, yes, by self-acceptance, you are allowing yourself to really remove the good and the bad, but it's only to make way for more good. So it's like a win-win, kind of. It's like a lose-win-win. It's like a triple-edged sword, you know? So it's a big balance. And whatever it is that is happening within you needs to be expressed. You need to get that energy out of yourself somehow. Otherwise, you do get backed up, you'll get overfried, you'll get exhausted, you'll get run down, you'll get sick, you know? So whatever fuels your fire, whatever your passions are. My last reading was nothing but wands energy almost. Wands. So whatever passions you have, whatever path you don't know that you're going down yet, but you can see the past behind you and be like, I know where I've been. I don't want to go there again. That just sounds boring. Where are we going? That doesn't matter. You don't get to know. You just get to know where you're going. You don't get to know how we're going to get there. Right? That's obvious. But within that, leave a paper trail. Leave some breadcrumbs for the world to see you. It feels good to get some things out. Like me in these videos. It feels good to get creative energy out. To get connected. To get out. To let it out. And to have it be received. That's the most important feeling. Is validation. Validation is one of the most amazing feelings. Sorry, all my cards just fell. But it's being received that we all really just get on with. We love that. We love to be received by people. It sucks when you go and tell somebody about your day and then they're just like, yeah. And then you're like, what did I just say? And they're like, I don't know. And you're like, okay, well, fuck me, right? Okay. See what I mean? Versus, hey, let me tell you about my whole day. And then that person is sitting there and they're really listening. And then they're like, I disagree with you. Okay, still, I'm received. I love it. Or versus you share something with somebody and you don't have that toxic friend who just agrees with everything you say, you're not like, oh, this person's a blah blah blah, this person that, and they're like, yeah, I don't like them either. It's like, whatever, dude, you don't even fucking really know. Be real, be neutral and self-aware with what you express and say and blah blah blah. Sorry, let me roll this up. All right, a little quieter. Being validated is amazing. So when you go and tell somebody, hey, I had this horrible experience and I just don't know if I'm right or wrong in this, and then they're like, well, I think you're right, like I could see how you could feel like you're wrong, but I feel like you actually did the best you could do in that situation, and no harm, no foul, no shame. And here we are. That's validation, bro. And that feels so good to have. That is one of the most lacking, empowering things that I feel like this New Age program has made us and separated us from, is real validating connection where somebody listens and then they're like, I do have my own opinion about this, and I am willing, and I agree with you. And even if I disagreed with you, it's not like I like you any less. It just means we have a different view of the situation, not each other, So we don't take things personally. We don't let emotions get in the way, and we keep ourselves real and valued and valuable, loved, cherished, and honest with integrity. So I could go way deeper down into this. Here's a little bit of the unpacking for you. Anyways, I'm gonna go inside and go to work. I'm gonna take a deep, conscious breath in to disconnect from your channel. You can join me if you would. It's just nice to enjoy a breath. You're kind of starting to see the tools that you have at your disposal. You're kind of starting to see how to use them pretty masterfully. And you're also seeing at the same time the vast amount of progress you still have to make to be the best you that you possibly want and feel and can feel inside of you that you are, right? So that's okay. That's what's life. That is life. That's what we're all doing. So don't get distracted. Don't be confused. Confusion is where the unknown lives, and it's okay to sit with that and accept it. But you're not confused because you know what you need to do after each and every moment you take the next step. So keep stepping. Keep stepping. You will go far. And today is just one day, and tomorrow's another day. But they all add up, and they're all worth not wasting, one way or another. Even if you feel like you're wasting it, you have thoughts. You're not wasting it. You can either do external work or internal work. And when you think you're doing nothing, well, maybe you are doing nothing, but it doesn't mean that you don't have to be doing nothing inside. It means that you could be doing vast amounts of progress internally as well. So, I thank you. I love you. Thank you for being here. If you like this content, like, share, subscribe, and a lot more to come. So until next time.